Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen here from ggsgamer, and I'm right in front of the CD Projekt Red stand. I'm joined with Michal. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Very good, very good. So, as we can tell by the big picture behind us, you're here for The Witcher 3.
Yes, we are. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Good. So, for those who may not be familiar with The Witcher, how about you give us a quick rundown of what it is?
Great game.
Very prompt.
Maybe I should elaborate. Okay. So, what we created quite big role-playing game. Set in fantasy world, the game in which you play the role of Geralt of Rivia, famous Witcher. Witchers, which means mutated monster slayer, someone who you can hire if you want protection from the monsters which are lurking in this dark world.
Cool, cool. And this is Geralt's first entry into Next Generation. This is going on to both consoles, am I right saying that?
Xbox One and PS4 and PCs, of course.
Cool, fantastic. And the big difference is this is a massive open world game. We saw in the gameplay preview there was lots of wildlife and flora and fauna everywhere. I mean, can we talk about the work that went into developing them and into bringing that world to life?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to create a living and breathing world with huge size as well. I mean, the first for us is always the story, but we created quite a big story and we needed a lot of space for it. Yeah. So we created a big world, diversified world consisting of few regions. Such as Skellige Island, for example, something which was inspired by Norse mythology. So we'll find brave, proud warriors, and we took a lot of inspiration from Norse mythology in this place. But you will find as well murky swamps of no man's land, land ravaged by war and totally destroyed by it, with grim, sad people and stories and quests and inspiration taken from Slavic mythology. I would say it's something close to Brothers Grimm tales. But you will find big cities, big metropolis like Novigrad in the north, place similar maybe to medieval Amsterdam. So huge port with a lot of cloak and dagger kind of adventures awaiting for you. So huge diversified world, and yes, as you said, full of fauna and flora on every step.
Awesome. So Geralt is a Witcher. He's a monster hunter. He's armed with two swords. Let's talk a bit about the combat. The previous two Witcher games had a bit of a reputation for being challenging.
That's true.
Is it any different in The Witcher 3? What's it like in the sequel?
I mean, so the system looks in a similar way than the one from The Witcher 2, but we wanted to change a lot of stuff. We learned a lot from The Witcher 2, and we realized that the learning curve was a little bit steep. It was maybe too hard at the beginning, and then it became too easy at the end. So we wanted to work on that. Right now it will be easier, straight from the beginning for all the newcomers to our franchise. But it may be challenging if you want. We introduced, I mean, we changed a lot in the combat itself. The pacing is different right now. You don't have to roll around. You just have to switch from one enemy to another. It will be quite easy because every touch of the button is one sequence of the combat. So we won't be stuck in some combo. You can just hit one opponent, then cast a sign, some kind of minor magic to other, and then switch to the third one almost seamlessly. You are a trained monster hunter, but also a sword master, so you should deal with most of the enemies quite easily. You are way faster than they are. You have different fighting techniques. For all your enemies, we are using the real medieval fighting techniques. For Geralt, we are using something more advanced. What is possible to achieve by human being, but you have to be really trained to do this kind of sword dancing almost. So the pacing is different. We have bigger arsenal. We introduce fighting from the horseback, or a small crossbow, which we can use as well to hunt, I don't know, the flying monsters. So we introduced all that, the learning curve, but we also added actually we didn't add it, level scaling on different regions of the world. So you can always train a little bit, equip better armor, better sword, brew some potion, and then go to the region which the level of enemies will not change during that time. So it will be easier for you to fight with those.
Fantastic. The Witcher is another series that's it's well reputed for its storyline. It's quite in depth, and there's like multiple ways it can go. How is that continuing with the Witcher 3?
The story will always be the most important for us. That's the core of the whole Witcher's trilogy, because we took that, there's a huge influence from the book, from Andrzej Sapkowski, which were very, very famous in Poland. We were all, drawn on that. So story plays always the key role for us, and we want to continue that. All the choices and consequences which are brought are and will play the major role for us. It was a challenge to have the same in an open world environment, but from the other hand, when you're focusing on story and you want to achieve big level of immersion with your character, you need this open world element. It's great when you can come back and check what consequences your action had. So it's a challenge and the last missing element for a great immersion in the same moment.
Oh, cool. So Witcher 3, it's a trilogy, so it's the last and final game that we'll see of this Witcher series. What's next for CD Projekt Red? What can we look forward to in the future?
I mean, within the Witcher universe, we are working right now on 2 side projects, actually more than side, but 2 games. One is Witcher adventure game, which is a board game, both a physical one, but also PC, Mac, and tablets. And we are working on the MOBA, on Witcher Battle Arena, which is fast, action-packed game taking place also in the Witcher universe. So these are our 2 small side projects, or smaller at least. But after that, I mean, we know that we'll work on the Cyberpunk 2077, huge AAA role-playing game with totally different setting and a lot of differences. And after that, we'll see. We have to survive that first.
How is Cyberpunk progressing so far?
It is. I can't share more details about that, but it is progressing. Yeah.
Progressing is a good thing. That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Michal, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us. This is Stephen from ggsgamer. Again, don't forget to leave a like and keep an eye out for more news coming from us at Gamescom and beyond. Have a good one, guys. We'll catch you later. Cheery bye.